New day for the Indianapolis Colts. The three Irsay sisters will combine as owners of the team. Carly Irsay Gordon is the principal owner, and that's important, Devin, because in the aftermath of the passing of Bud Adams, the founder of the Oilers, which became the Titans, the NFL had to tighten up some rules because what Bud Adams did, he had three branches of his family. He gave the team to the three branches 33% each. His estate, his will, didn't put any one of them in charge with final say over the team. That created a mess. It percolated and simmered and boiled at times behind the scenes in the NFL. And eventually they worked it all out. Amy Adams Strunk took over as principal owner. Going in, Carly Irsay Gordon is the principal owner. So it kind of feels like the three of them are going to own it, and maybe that's the perception they wanted to create, and like two of them can trump the other one, and they can make the decisions that we know. No. Carly Irsay Gordon, by league mandate, is in charge. She has the ultimate authority. She is the owner of the team. And no matter what anyone else ever says, for any team, there's always one person. The league demands it. One person is finally and fully in charge of every team. That's the way the league requires it, because they want to be able to say when it's time to make a vote on anything league-related, who is it that holds that power, and they don't want any ambiguity about who has that power to speak and vote on behalf of the team.
And you're right. My brother was in Tennessee during those years when Bud Adams passed away and talked about how it sucked as a player because you never knew what was going to happen, whether it was GMs being there or GMs going or what we were trying to do as an organization. He said it was like chaos. It was just always something you were always reading in the paper or reading online about this happening or that happening. So it makes a lot of sense. And I always think, like, these teams have so many things that go on. A lot of these teams have a charitable foundation, or they have other things that they do from a business standpoint that all three of the sisters can figure out that. But having someone to say, this is what we're doing from a football day-to-day operational standpoint, you need that, because everything on these football teams, it starts at the top and then it trickles down all the way to the players. When it's bad at the top, it's hard to have a good football team on Sundays to go out there and perform and play to their best of ability. So you need that, and it's a cool picture. Like, that picture we put up is awesome to see. Three women, three sisters, family going and leading the Colts into the new era. I'm sure their father, Jim Irsay, would be really proud to see that. So really cool sight.
Devin, it's a critical point, though, and I make it all the time, and I'm glad to hear it from a player's perspective. Dysfunction in any football organization begins at the top, and the teams that stay bad are bad because of ownership. It permeates the entire organization. Everyone can sense it. Everyone can feel it. And the difference between the Titans and the Colts, you don't have this uncertainty as to who's in charge. You know, ultimately what happened with the Titans, Susie Adams Smith, the sister of Amy Adams Strunk, was selling her third to an outsider, and the commissioner got involved, and they got it all worked out. And Amy Adams Strunk and her nephew, Kenneth Adams IV, bought out the sister who was going to sell, and they solved it that way. But you don't look, any family-owned business, you can have very easily chaos and consternation, and one of the three sisters could become unhappy and try to sell her third. So this is something they're going to have to work together to hold this together as they hold the equity going forward and keep it a family business. You got multi-billion, $10 billion businesses operated as a family-owned business. Not the easiest thing to do, but the Irsay sisters are going to try to pull it off. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.